what we're going to show you here is how the fire develops in a compartment. And then I'm going to demonstrate the combination attack method. I'm going to be using a breakaway nozzle, okay? And the reason it's called a breakaway nozzle is because it has a 15/16 smooth bore. You don't have to put your face piece on yet necessarily. It has a 15/16 tip underneath of it, and it has a fog nozzle on top. The fog nozzle is the type that will shut off when I go all the way to straight stream. So if I take this bail and open it up, I can shut that flow off. So if you ever run into that, just know that you got to open that pattern just a little bit, and then you'll get flow back. How many people use a breakaway nozzle? Anybody use a breakaway nozzle?
No, you're not talking.
Okay. You might, if you don't use it yourself, you might encounter it on a mutual aid engine. Any questions on that? So, if we go back to fire development, right? What's the initial stage of the fire called?
Diffusion.
And then it goes into, and then to, and then to decay. But remember now, in modern compartments, modern building fires, if we go to fuel-limited fires, we get that decay stage before we get to fully developed. We introduce air, and then we rapidly go to the fully developed stage. What phase of matter is burning? Flaming combustion. The gases. So we build our fire here to maximize our fuel vapor production and flaming combustion. As it burns, you'll be able to take it, we'll have you take your hand out of your glove and slowly raise it up. And you'll feel that difference in temperature between down low and up high. And that's why we try to beat it in you to stay low when working in the area of the fire. Stay under that heat. What were the three methods we talked about applying water to the fire? Now that's all to do with one.
Indirect.
Right. So what is the indirect method?
Bouncing off, make it rain on top.
Where are the firefighters in relationship to the compartment?
Not inside.
They're not in the compartment, okay? What's the direct method of application?
In the compartment.
Yeah, right on the fire, and then the combination uses the T, the C, or the circle method, right? We talked about water mapping, right? In order for me to get water on this fire, I want to have a steep angle of attack. So I'm going to take this tip and get it up like that, and flow that tip, and then I'm going to get good coverage of water throughout the whole room. What happens if I aim right above the fire in this situation? Where's all the water going to go?
Go over it.
It's going to go against over the ceiling against that back wall. With the combination method, I'm going to start by gas cooling, and then I'm going to come down and I'm going to put water directly on the fire. In this situation, I'm going to gate down the nozzle because I don't need the high flow rate to go to the direct method.
What does that mean?
Gate down.
Yeah.
That means I'm going to start closing the bail on the nozzle.
You don't want to take that fire with the nozzle open all the way and come right down on the fire. What you'll do is you'll blow the fire apart. That creates a lot of steam and a lot of crap, and it takes your visibility to zero. So if you do it the right way by coming down, you shut the nozzle down, dribble the water on the fire, you'll keep your visibility. You'll see where that smoke layer, you'll see it when we do the demo. You don't destroy that, you'll still be able to see underneath. So you don't want to blow it apart, because that just makes it, your visibility disappears.
This is a very unrealistic demonstration here because we wouldn't normally have to be in the fire room to put the fire out. All right, that we're just trying to show you something. This is like a point of entry attack here, where I maybe come in a step or two, get that steep angle of attack, and use the combination attack to control the fire. Typically, we would use the reach of the nozzle. And the technique there might be you're in a hallway and you can see fire in the doorway down the hallway. Or you can go straight stream and start getting water into that fire doorway that way, and then bring it back up and cool the hallway, cool everything above your head, and then depending on the situation, you shut down and move forward, or move forward with the line flowing.
And the other part to that too is, you know, in here, like Roy said, this is kind of an artificial environment because it's training. We have you in the room. Like Roy said, you don't have to be in the room. If you're going down like to a bedroom fire, do you have to go into that bedroom to put it out? No, stay in the hallway, because what advantage does that give you? Gives you distance, and what's that barrier between me? I got the wall, right? So I can kind of tuck out if things get hot or something goes wrong. So, you know, we keep in mind, you know, we have you in here for training purposes. Shift gears when you get out. Remember, you don't always have to be right in that room.
How am I going to know when to start shutting that nozzle down? Well, yeah, I'm going to watch the fires. The fire darkens down, that's telling me I'm overwhelming the fire, and it's time to get that nozzle down or go to that direct attack. We'll do this, the first time I'll do it with a fog nozzle, and then we'll restoke it real quick, and I'll demonstrate it again with a smooth bore tip, just to show you the differences, if we see any. Any questions? All right.
So another thing, you're going to notice when Roy's holding the nozzle, keep that nozzle up out in front of you. Get it up in front. A lot of people with these pistol grips like to hold it right here. Here's the problem. Remember how Roy said we're going to map the room? If I'm here, what do I got to do? I got to be moving around. If I get it out in front, I can stay steady and just move it with my arm. Right? So get it out in front to get that angle. Okay? Notice how Roy has the hose on the ground. Okay? And he's got his knee on the line to help hold it and control it. Right? This will also come in handy when you get into a 2.5-inch line.
I'll explain it to remind you today.
Right? But you can use the same principle here. Right? You use your body to your advantage to help control things. Make sense? Another thing, check the pattern on your nozzle before you open it up. We told you to do that outside, right? You check it, make sure you got water. Before you, as you're walking around or crawling around through the building, I guarantee you that nozzle pattern is going to change. So check it. You got two choices. Take it off to the side somewhere, just crack it. You don't have to open it all the way. Crack it. Make sure that nozzle position is where you want it. The second thing to do, and this comes with time when you're practicing and training, you have all the same nozzles, right? I know we use task force tips. All I do is I take it all the way out and I turn it back a half a turn. Right? And I know my nozzle, that's going to give me my perfect pattern. You can start to do that in your department if you have the same nozzles. Right? But that just comes with practice and paying attention to your equipment. But make sure you test that pattern. Because if you open that up in a wide fog, you're going to get yourself hurt in a real fire. Alright?
Everybody on end? No. Quiet down.
Bring it down. Alright, I'm going to go close the door.
Yeah, quiet.
Alright, now if you look, you're going to see where that thermal balance is starting. Look up to where the smoke is. Alright, you're going to see that start to come down. And that's where that visibility is that we want to keep. And you'll see when Roy does the right fire attack, you'll see we won't ruin that thermal balance. You can see that smoke level starting to come down slowly. Alright, next thing, take your hand, alright, take your glove off. Just reach up and you'll feel where that heat starts to get warm. Alright? Real world, do that with your glove on. And if you start feeling a lot of heat through your glove, what's that tell you? It's hot, I've either got to put water on the fire or get out.
All right, put your gloves back on. Look at that thermal balance. All right, so now watch where the light puts that water on and watch what happens to the fire. All right, see how we did that? And where's our thermal balance? Do we still have excellent visibility down here? Yeah. Smoke's up top, but we can see real good underneath. That's what we want. All right? Now, real world, we can just take that nozzle, dribble on that fire, and put it out.
Up underneath, Paul.
All right? Now, Roy's going to change. He's got a breakaway nozzle. So he's taking the fog tip off, and he's using the smooth bore. So you'll just see the slight difference. It's basically the same process. All right? And if you want to look at that door, you can see how it's pulling smoke. Smoke's going out, but it's pulling air in. All right? That's part of that thermodynamics. All right? And having our flow pad. All set? All right? Thanks. At this point, I got the fire knocked down. I can move up. I don't just use the direct attack. All right? Let's swell out. As a review, what is it in your turnout gear that provides thermal protection? Trapped air, right? So the longer we're in there, the more heat we're exposed to. Eventually, we're going to heat that air up, and the heat's going to be transmitted. Yeah. That's why we try and reinforce by staying low. You can stay out of that heat. You can prolong your amount of work time in there. Now we're going to demonstrate the transitional attack. Picture the engine is stopped here on the cross street. The engine company is stretched in. This is a storefront, and we have fire showing from the storefront window. So with the knee wall there, or the wall under the window, that's not going to be a good entry point for us. So what we want to do is not pass up the opportunity to put water on the fire at this point. We would stop with the line, charge the line, and we knock the fire down, or reset the fire, a transitional attack, whatever you want to call it. We should never pass up an opportunity to get early water on the fire, right? We'll make this into our storefront. There's our fire in there. John's going to use a steep angle of attack, get good water mapping throughout that whole room there. Tight pattern, not a lot of nozzle movement is required. Once he knocks down the fire, we would then take the line and move around to side C or Charlie's side and come in through the normal entry door and complete extinguishment. Okay, John, go ahead and give it a shot there. So you can see he's tightening his pattern up. He's going to check it. Very steep angle of attack. And you can see he's darkening down the fire now. And, you know, people that are in there are being saved now, right? With proper application of water like that. If we wait and we go around and it goes to flashover, those victims would be lost at that point. And any questions on that? Okay, good. So you guys are good with what the plan is, right? The engine is stopped there. We're going to pull the line down here. We're going to get a good look at the building. We're going to do a size up, right? That no face pieces. We'll get down here. We'll hit it from the exterior. Then we'll take the line around to side C and we'll mask up and make entry. All right? tip, right? So tip man, position yourself down here, right here. Don't go past the fire, right? Put yourself, get down, get ready. Let me know when you're ready for water.
You there?
I'm good.
Ready? Good on water.
We need to be on air.
No, keep your net to it. I'll still do that. Well.